Hi everyone, it's Andrea Tooley. Thank you so much for watching this video. What I want to talk about today is inspired by Dr. Alana Trotter, or Dr. Trot, and you can find her at doctorgoals. I'm wearing her t-shirt today, and she has an amazing Instagram, an amazing website. I really want to encourage you guys to check her out. She has such an inspirational story. She's an athlete. She's so motivational, and she completely inspired me to do this YouTube video today to kind of talk about my doctor goals and my career goals. And I think that it's something that I want to put out there and I want to talk about because so many people in this kind of journey to medicine are so focused on either getting into medical school or getting into residency, and we don't really think about the long-term picture. We just think about kind of these immediate goals of getting to the very next step in our career. And now that I've finally been in residency for several years and matched into fellowship, for those of you who don't know, I'm in ophthalmology residency at Mayo Clinic, and I just matched into a fellowship in ophthalmic plastics and reconstructive surgery, or oculoplastics, and that will be in New York City as part of Cornell and Columbia, and a private practice, Manhattan Eye and Ear and New York Eye and Ear. And so anyways, now that I'm kind of at this stage of my training, I've really started to think about what my long-term goals are and what kind of career I want to have and what kind of doctor I want to be. And it's really exciting to kind of think about what I want to do in the long term. And I'm seeing my classmates and my co-residents think about these things as well in terms of, do we want to go into private practice? Do we want to go into academic practice? Do we want to be in solo practice or in a big practice? And some of these decisions kind of differ depending on the type of medicine and the type of specialty that you're doing. But for ophthalmology, these are all big questions and things that we're all, really considering at this point in our career. So for me, my doctor goals have really changed throughout the years, and I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about the different stages and the different goals that I've kind of had as I've progressed along this kind of journey, I suppose. So initially, I was first introduced to ophthalmology because of an organization called Orbis, and I've written about this on my blog, but Orbis is just a fantastic nonprofit organization. They have a flying eye hospital, which is a jet airplane that they've converted into an operating room, and they fly into developing countries, and they do eye surgery, and they help teach local ophthalmologists and local providers how to care for people's sight and how to do different ophthalmic procedures, and it's just unbelievable. And I was really captivated by their mission when I was thinking about doing pre-med, and I couldn't imagine a more rewarding career than giving someone their sight or helping someone with their vision. It just sounded, like a dream. And I've talked about this in my kind of why I chose ophthalmology video as well. And I'll link to those below. But anyways, because of my experience with Orbis, for a really long time, my long-term career goal was to be involved in international healthcare, international medicine, work for an organization like Orbis, travel all over the world, and that was something that really interested me and something that I definitely considered a goal and a career plan. And I think it's interesting, there are so many people in medical school and in medicine who have this passion for international health. And I think we all want to get out there and help. And that's our personality and that's our nature, people who are drawn to medicine. And so I think that's just such a noble goal and a wonderful cause to be passionate about. For me, my goals and my passions have really changed over time. And so while I do still absolutely love international health and I hope to be involved in different mission trips and things like that in the future, I don't think it's what I will dedicate my entire career to. And that's because I have developed a completely new passion that I think has always been in me, but isn't something I realized until maybe the past few years. And that is my passion for education. I have always been somebody who loves to teach. That's how I study. I have been up at the whiteboard teaching my friends and teaching myself and kind of trying to figure out how to assimilate content and then make it easily understandable or digestible. And that's just always been really fun for me. And I never thought about being an educator, but I think that's part of kind of who I am and is second nature to me. And now that I'm in residency, I found myself very passionate about resident education and specifically ophthalmology education and kind of learning about what are the best ways that we can train new ophthalmologists and how do we maximize and optimize the only 3 years of time in ophthalmology that we get, which is so small. So how do we really kind of fit everything into that and train fantastic new physicians? Ophthalmology residency is 3 years, but you still do 1 year of intern year, and that can be in medicine, general surgery, a variety of things. So it's 4 years altogether, but just 3 of ophthalmology. That was just a little disclaimer. But anyways, education is such a passion of mine, and I see myself really wanting to be a residency program director and very involved in medical education in the future, either with a medical school or with a residency. And so that has now become my long-term doctor goal. And so when I think about my ideal career, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. If you guys follow me on my Instagram stories, and I'll link my Instagram below, make sure you follow me because I try to Instagram my day as a resident. I just recently had my kind of biannual review with my residency program director where we go over research and how we've been doing in residency. We talk about all our kind of strengths and weaknesses and what we need to work on and to make sure we're kind of progressing through residency correctly or, at an acceptable rate. And so we were talking a lot about my doctor goals, my long-term career goals, and what kind of ophthalmologist I want to be when I finish my training. And for me, really what I realized is what I want to be as a residency program director or someone very heavily involved in resident or medical student education. And I also feel very passionate about our American Academy of Ophthalmology, which is our big governing body. I've written about some of my experiences with the AAO, the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I've traveled to Washington, D.C. and interacted with lots of different people within ophthalmology. And so I see myself having a leadership role within that organization and kind of interacting with the ophthalmology community at large. And then the other thing that is my big doctor goal is to just be an outstanding oculoplastic surgeon. I want to truly excel at my craft and be an excellent surgeon who can take care of people with complicated problems. I want to feel very confident in the operating room and confident with my skill set. And so I will be going into fellowship really motivated to come out just an exceptional surgeon. And those might seem like simple goals, but honestly, I think those 3 things, education, leadership within the ophthalmology community, and being an incredible surgeon, those 3 things would make me have a career that I loved every day and that I wanted to get up and go to work for every day. And so those have really become my future doctor goals. And I think it's fun to reflect on how my doctor goals have changed throughout the years. And I want to encourage you guys all to have your own doctor goals as well. And your goals might completely change from when you're in undergrad and your goal is to just get into medical school, or when you're in medical school and then your goal is to get into residency. And those goals might change from you being very interested in research to kind of deciding that you're more interested in international health, or vice versa. You might fall in love with research and decide that you really want to spend your time in the lab. And so don't be afraid to let your goals and your dreams change and evolve as you do and as you grow up into the medical provider that you want to be. And whatever that may be, maybe your original goal was to be a physical therapist, and then you decide that really you want a little bit more medicine, and so you're going to be a PA instead. And that's exactly what my husband did. So you can evolve and you can change, and your doctor goals can change over time, and that's great. And I think that ultimately that's going to make you a better provider and be better for your patients at the end of the day. So I'm happy to share my doctor goals with you. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my long-term career goals, which are completely subject to change. And I don't feel that putting this out on YouTube kind of binds me to any of these things I'm saying now. I just think it's interesting to reflect how we have different goals at different stages of our career. So I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a video in the future, and follow me on Instagram. I will leave links and things in the description box below. And please comment and tell me what your doctor goals are. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much. Bye.